Good morning. Guess where I am? Yes, that's right, the Magic Kingdom. We had such an action-packed day yesterday at Hollywood Studios. You check that video out. Now we're gonna try it again in Magic Kingdom. Here we go. We've decided, even though we got here for early park entry, that we are gonna still stop and get some coffee and tea to start our day to make sure that it goes well. And I have the beautiful Michelle with me, as always. So this is not something that we recommend doing. We're doing it because we do Disney all the time. As you can see, as I'm standing here in the coffee shop, there is just a massive crowd going back behind us. So a lot of people are gonna be ahead of us in the rope drop kind of thing. We're not concerned about it, but if you want to make sure that you get to the park and get to a ride, don't stop for coffee first. Get it after you do something first. Fight through the need for caffeine to start. But that's just the recommendation I would make right now. So there's a reason Michelle and I stopped for coffee. I can't really give it away yet because it's a big surprise. And it's going to be a surprise for somebody who's going to see this video well after it happened. But I wanted to be a surprise for you too. But let me tell you that cast members make all the difference. JD and Michael, I cannot thank you enough. And that's all I'm going to say for now. You're helping me honor somebody who deserves it. And I can't thank you enough for the hard work you just did for me and Michelle. And I think Michelle agrees. Yeah. It means a lot. And cast members, you all make the difference. Even though Michelle and I have early park entry, we chose to go to Adventureland because we really want to go on Pirates. So we're doing the regular park entry rope drop at Adventureland because you cannot do early park entry to Adventureland. You have to go to New Fantasyland or Tomorrowland in order to utilize that early park entry. So we're going through Adventureland at regular park entry time. By the way, there's one little thing I got to tell you. While we're waiting here for the rope drop, you are always on camera in Disney World, and with that special thing that I worked on earlier, which I'm not giving away, they found me and texted me, and I didn't give them my cell phone number. Magical place on earth, answer the call. Come on, you know the words. By the way, it's a giant party on the castle stage when they're starting to do the rope drop and they're opening it up for the regular park guests. You want to see a really cool show? Watch the castle. You don't always have to rush to the rides. And we're off, heading into Adventureland. We're going to go off to Pirates of the Caribbean. Just remember, at rope drop, do not run. You do not need to run. You will make it there, and if you run, you can actually put other people in danger. So, just a little PSA. Please do not run. But it's time for a fun day in the parks. Aladdin Magic Carpet is already going. And people are heading off to Jungle Cruise. We have a lightning lane for that shortly, so we're gonna come back for that. But we're gonna go do Pirates of the Caribbean. Good morning. And as you can see, we have made it to Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the things I wanna remind you is that both Michelle and I did have coffee and tea, and Michelle, as you can see, just finishing up hers. You do need to finish all beverages before getting on. There are plenty of trash cans to throw your stuff out. You'll see them all over the ride queue. And our vessel is here. We be pirates. It be time to ride pirates. You ready to be my wench?
They need a bit of persuasion, mateys. Fire at will!
I am no chicken. I will not talk.
Now, you scurvy scoundrels, do I hear 10? A hen for a 10. And by thunder, that scoundrel Captain Jack Sparrow will never lay eyes on it, nor this here key neither.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
As a nice see that. How do we get over here?
Well, foolish someone leaving so much gold just lying about hidden away. Some miscreant might be tempted to steal it, right?
And off we go from Pirates probably gonna go to Jungle Cruise after this. It's a great first ride. We always say that if you didn't ride Pirates, you didn't go to Magic Kingdom. So we try to do it first, and we rope drop to it, walk right on, and it just amazing ride. And it does take you into this really awesome gift shop. While you're in this gift shop, and currently because it's so empty, I want to show it to you. There's just a lot of really cool, fun pirate themed stuff. They have these great, really funny pirate shirts over here. To R is human, to R is pirate. It's all fun and games until someone needs an eye patch. I love some of these. The beatings shall continue until morale improves is on some of these shirts too. It's one of my, there it is. Beatings will continue until morale improves. And we always have a lot of fun in here. In fact, I told Michelle about these really awesome new pirate ears, and she's already checking them out. And they are awesome. I love that medallion in the center. These are incredible ears, and they definitely should be added to Michelle's collection, I think, right? You know? You're still deciding? How much are they running today? Ooh, $45 for these. These are a little bit more pricey on the ears, but they do have their Loungefly ears, and these are awesome. We're going to continue our day in the park, but just wanted to show you these really cool pirate ears that we found. In yet another episode of Bathrooms with Ballard, I want to show you a really easy to miss bathroom that is not usually very busy, and that right near the gates to Adventureland that heads towards where the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is. If you look to your right, you will see this little archway, this one right here, and that leads back to a set of restrooms that are not easy to find and therefore are not very popular. And you can also get into it from the Pirates of the Caribbean shop. There's a little entranceway in there, but there's bathrooms right back that way. Michelle and I did get Disney Plus today. We are planning on using it. We do have some friends coming to visit us. My good friend Sammy, who you've seen on the channel before. If you haven't seen the videos with her in it, she's always a hoot. We are going to be going to Jungle Cruise to do our Lightning Lane, and I'm going to try to get another one as we sign in there. Jungle Cruise had loads of people basically running for it this morning, and I'm glad we have this Lightning Lane. Again, today is going to be more of a people who go to Disney a lot day. So understand that we're going to be doing things a little bit differently than we would recommend for people who are brand new at Disney. This is more for the people who are used to going to Disney, go to Disney a lot. And we're going to take our time through the parks today, even though we only get this one trip here today, but we're coming back soon. So we're going to do the things that we just want to do. See this group of people over here being led by the lady in the dark blue hat. This is one of the Keys to the Kingdom tours, and they're about to do something really awesome. They're about to get onto the Jungle Cruise and be told how the Jungle Cruise works. They're not going to have the goofy skipper. They're going to be having their own boat and having a good time on that boat while they are learning about how the ride works. And this tour, by the way, is something Michelle and I have done a couple times. It is amazing. And these tour guides are so intelligent and very much know their way around the parks. But we're going to get on Jungle Cruise, and as you can see, 45-minute wait.
Dude, wave goodbye to all those losers still in line, though. 6 more hours left to go. I hate to do that right now. You're probably wondering what is so inspiring about it. Don't worry, I'll show you. Can I get an ooh? That was really good for like 9:30 in the morning. Oh, that's The Rock. He's in the Jungle Cruise movie. I love that guy. He's so funny. Fun fact, more water flows over this waterfall in one day than you will ever drink in your entire life. I don't know about you, I find that really hard to swallow. You guys get that one? For the backside of water! So like my mother told me when I turned 18 and I was leaving for college, she said, Skipper Camella, your free ride is actually over, so pack up all of your things and get out. All right, you're good to go. Thank you for the video. Oh, it's standing ovation. Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Well, bye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy. Bye now. Bye.
Camella, our skipper, as you saw, a little bit of her humor there, was fantastic. That was probably one of the more fun skippers we've had in a while. I threw a CastCompliment. I will try to show a video on how you do the CastCompliments at some point in time today. If I do another one, I will try to film it. I didn't think of it while I was throwing her one, so I'll probably try to do another CastCompliment later. You can do it through the My Disney Experience app. These people deserve it. Please make sure to give them one. Michelle and I are hungry, so we're gonna try to find some food. We don't know what we want. So it's, like I said, this is one of those, we're gonna just figure out what we want today. And once we figure it out, we're gonna do it. For those of you who don't know, Splash Mountain is closed. And they've added these construction walls, but they recently added these Tiana's Foods, employee-owned, coming soon. It's the Tiana's Bayou Adventures going to be replacing Splash Mountain. They've already started construction. They're saying 2024 for the reopening with the retheme to Princess and the Frog. Michelle and I have decided to stop at Westward Ho Refreshments. They have a bacon and egg and cheddar on a multigrain croissant, as well as the Wendell's Bear Claw, which is what I'm going to get because I like sweet things for breakfast. Michelle likes savory things for breakfast, and Westward Ho had both, so we're going to try that. Up on top of the Country Bear Jamboree, we have Wendell, and he's been interacting with a guy who just showed him that he has a tattoo of him on his arm, and I thought that was really cool, and he was so excited, and the dude was so excited to show him that. I love the Country Bears coming out and dancing for everybody out there. Really awesome. Wendell, your air guitar is great. Hey, I saw the guy with the tattoo. That's pretty awesome. Your arm famous. Yeah, that was awesome. I love your show, by the way, Wendell. Have a great one. Here it is, Wendell's Bear Claw. After visiting Wendell, I took a bite. The pastry portion is actually kind of dry and a little stale. Let's just be honest here. I don't like to mince words, so I will just say that I hope that the rest of this is better because I'm going to eat it anyway, but the first bite was not awesome. That happens. How was your breakfast sandwich?
Pretty good. I think I'd prefer a regular croissant over this multigrain thing, but
Good?
pretty good. Yeah.
Better than mine then?
Yeah.
Bear Claw update. If I got farther into it to the chocolate kind of helped the dryness of the pastry. Chocolate's really good, and it fills the pastry really nicely, but the pastry is still a little on the dry side, but the chocolate helped. I love how certain rides have their little jokes. If you ever walk up to Haunted Mansion and you see that it says that the wait time is 13 minutes, because this is the Haunted Mansion, of course, that means that currently, though it is a walk-on onto the Haunted Mansion. We do have a lightning lane for this coming up, but we decided, why not ride it twice? Because we can. Our good friend Madame Leota is awake and looking around. Good morning, Madam. I know, I'm not supposed to tell people you're there. Here's a little tip. When you're coming into here, stand under her and you're by the door. Stretching room, always a lot of fun.
To find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. They have all retired here to the Haunted Mansion. Actually, we have 999 happy horses here.
We were dying to have you.
One of the things I want to point out is that the MagicBand Plus on the Haunted Mansion does a heartbeat in the haptic response, which I think is kind of cool. It's startling a little bit, which I think is kind of the point. It happens as you're going in the line, and as you're exiting, you feel your heartbeat slowing down as you leave the Haunted Mansion, or speeding up as you go in as your fear builds, which I really kind of like. Michelle's need to shop, because we stopped at Memento Mori, got us onto a walk-on, which is the 13-minute thing I talked about at the beginning for Haunted Mansion, and we just rode it. We had a great time. I was a little scared.
Now it's at 45.
Yeah, now it's at 45. So yeah, that works out. We also have a lightning lane for it coming up in a little bit. We have a friend joining us, and we grabbed a lightning lane for the three of us. And we're gonna continue exploring the park. What do you want to do next? I don't know either. We'll figure it out. And here we are making a pit stop. You can see Michelle receding in the distance for the prettiest bathroom in all of Walt Disney World, the TangledBathroom. This has again been Bathrooms with Ballard. Guess what? It's my one ride on Small World I get for the day because this one hates it. Yeah, I said it. She hates it. How can you hate this ride? This ride is a quintessential Disney ride. Mary Blair art, singing children, joy in the world. How can you hate this ride?
20 minutes of a never-ending song.
It's great. Michelle just doesn't know what she's missing. Here we go, Small World time. One of the things I love about this is the people up in Pinocchio's Village House waving at everybody. You can see them up there in the restaurant waving. Love it. Happiest cruise that ever sailed. Happiest cruise. I always joke with Michelle. This is the part of the ride that created why Michelle does not like this ride. We got stuck right here by the pineapple person with this song playing for 35 minutes. Even I, who love this ride, was like, that's too much. We had to be evacuated off eventually, and when they turned off the music, everyone cheered. Well, Michelle's torture has ended.
Finally.
Wasn't that bad. Ride was good. We got right on. And the interesting thing is that when we got off, they were opening up the chains and winding people around, which means that the wait had gotten significantly longer. I love that ride, but I'm not really willing to wait for it. And there's plenty of times during the day when that ride has a low wait, like it just did. Always just come back and look, because it will. Now, Peter Pan's Flight, on the other hand, it will never have a low wait until like after park close. So that's when you should go. You should go for Peter Pan as a rope drop, or make sure you get a lightning lane if you really need to ride it. We're talking about Fantasyland things. Right now, we're heading to Main Street USA because our friend Sammy is coming in on a bus, and we're gonna go meet up with her. Michelle getting the obligatory, awesomest castle shot that we think is in the park, so you get this really great view of the side of the castle. A lot of people like to go for a front. Michelle likes to go for the side. But it looks nice over here. It looks gorgeous over here.
Hi, pals! It's great to see ya!
So the Cavalcade's going down the street. My favorites, Chip and Dale, are on the back side of it. We're kind of following it down the street as they get down. But I gotta tell you, the Minnie Mouse just did something really awesome. She was facing backwards on her float, staring at Mickey and doing this like, it was so funny, and it was well done by that character. Seriously, great job. That was really, really funny and really, really cute all at the same time. But like I said, we're following this float down Main Street because it's the easiest way to get down Main Street because it's clear behind the float. So what I mean, everyone's on the side of the street and we're just walking down behind it, and it's not a problem. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just in the clear space. So one of the hardest to find 50th statues is this one right here off of the hub. This is Tinkerbell, and if you have your MagicBand Plus, which I do, and you wave at it, you'll get magic. Did you hear the sparkle that came through? That's what these MagicBand Plus do, but this one's a little hard to find, but the MagicBand Plus actually taps you to go, hey, look around, you might find a 50th statue. In fact, it just did it to me. It's amazing. We have the Sammy joining us, an audience favorite, especially for her art. You should check out her art. CastilloStudios.ninja.
Ninja, why'd you stop on sale? Hiring a lot of stuff.
Yep, again, CastilloStudios.ninja. The link is going to be down in my description, and it'll be underneath down here, right there. Yeah.
So I was sitting on the benches to Magic Kingdom at Port Orleans, and the family came over to sit down, and there's the youngest kid of 3. She was all dressed up and had these neon green, like, lensless glasses. And I said, you know, she looked miserable, and I said, I like your glasses. And she's like, thanks. And I'm like, they're really cool. And she's like, yeah. And then she waited a minute and then said, are you famous? And I laughed, and I'm like, what? And she's like, are you famous? And I shook my head and I'm like, no, not really.
Yes, she is.
And she goes, I'm like, why? And she goes, you dress famous. And I went, what? And she's like, you dress like a famous person. And I was like, thanks. Like, thanks for the compliment, young child. So that made my day. I dress famous. There you go.
A ride so nice, we're doing it twice. Yes, that's right. I'm going to rhyme. And Sammy's excited because she hasn't been on it in forever. Sammy's going to show us actually something. If you do not have a MagicBand, Sammy actually has just a ticket, and she's going to show you what you do if you only have a ticket at the turnstiles, because this is how we get in with her lightning lane. So here we go. You just walk up turnstile, tap it on, ta-da, and you go.
Selected you to fill our quota, and we'll haunt you until you return.
Haunted Mansion's always fun.
Always.
Always.
My first ride ever, 10 years ago. That was my first ride ever.
See, mine was Spaceship Earth, but
nice.
Then Horizons.
Yes.
Yes. But Haunted Mansion's always good. We have gotten a lightning lane for Big Thunder, and then we're gonna get lunch in between now and then. Michelle's hungry.
Always.
Where are we eating?
We don't know. We'll figure it out. So Michelle and I and Sammy came out of the Haunted Mansion. And we were like going down to Pecos Bills to get lunch, and then we realized that the window for our food was a little later, and then we forgot that they have a 12 o'clock parade now, which is just new enough for me that I keep forgetting that it happens.
When's the 3 o'clock parade?
7. And 4? Something like that. Anyway, so we stepped out and we saw the parade lines out, and there was a big open gap with a really, really nice view. I think we're gonna get a great view of the parade. It starts in like 3 minutes, and there was no one up against the rope. So we stopped, and we're gonna watch that. Real quick, as the parade's about to get to us, these birdhouses are not birdhouses. They're speakers, cleverly hidden by Disney. I love it. And we're right behind them, which makes our parade experience even better.
I got a dream.
Come on, do it with us now. Sell 'em.
Away we go,
Michelle, Sammy, and I ordered at Pecos Bills, Tall Tale Inn, and we mobile ordered. We walked right in. They're no longer stopping you from going in. They used to only let you in if you had an order. Now they're letting you go in, find a table, and place your order. We already had the order placed, and we told them we're here, walked in, and instantly found a table. It is a little crowded in here today, but we're pretty much going to be able to get our meals right away. Sammy's is already up. Ours is just a little bit larger because there's 2 people. And Pecos Bills is a great place to stop, especially in the heat. It's air conditioned, it's nice and shaded in here, and generally it's not too noisy despite being crowded. Mobile ordering is probably the way to go right now, still with the indoor quick service restaurants. So this is the walking taco. I'm gonna say that my stomach is bigger than my mouth, but not on purpose. I'm used to like those small chip bags with the walking taco in it. And these are the size of a dinner plate on the inside, and they're filled to the brim. I mean, they're huge. Here's my hand, so there you go, you can get an idea of how big they are. And it's just filled to the brim with stuff. This is the second walking taco because I thought they were gonna be small. So this is a really good value for the $11 you pay for it, because it's a lot of food, it fills you up. The other thing I got were the powdered sugar donuts. These are just a nice little treat that I like to get. They're cinnamon powdered sugar donuts. Very, very tasty. And just one of the things I like to pick up here at Pecos Bills. It's Big Thunder Mountain time. Sammy.
Ready for my kidney stones to be released. Go ahead.
So we got a lightning lane for this. I think it was at 1:05 was the start time of it. It's only about like 1:15 at this point. And we're heading up onto the wildest ride in the wilderness. Yet again, I want to talk about how amazing cast members are. We got off Big Thunder Mountain, which is fun. Sammy makes an appearance. We got Big Thunder Mountain. Absolute blast. Loved it. Always great ride. Wildest ride in the wilderness. Can't be beat. Can't take cameras in your hand on it anymore. So if any of your person looking to film it, they're going to make you put your phone away. You can't do it. So just understand that. But we realized that you heard me earlier today say that we had a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train lightning lane. We did, which I mistakenly wrote down the wrong time as to when it was. So I had to go to the guest relations team with my tail between my legs and be like, hey, I'm stupid. And I forgot, and I put the wrong time down for my Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Is there anything we can do about it? She said, absolutely. She goes into it, and she finishes typing away on her iPad, and she goes, oh, and now all three of you have a lightning lane for it. We only originally had two, because Sammy wasn't going to be here yet, and she gave us three. So Sammy gets to ride, we get to ride, and Ashley, you are awesome, and Ashley from Palm, Florida. The reason we remember that is because, as I said before, I'm going to show you how to do a CastCompliment. I'm put that video in while I'm talking about it. It's a very simple process. You just kind of go into the system, and and you hit the 3 bar lines. It says CastCompliment. You hit that button. You scroll down to it, and you type in why, put their name in, where you found them, and the most information you can give about them. Like if you don't know where they're from, put in the location what ride it was. I found that actually helps too. All right. So give cast compliments. Cast members are the reason this park works. So be nice to cast members, and they'll be nice to you. Here we see the artist as she moves her way through the line of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I don't know what that was, but that's okay. I think it was an orangutan.
Me and my natural habitat.
Here we go, on to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, where we're gonna go hi-hoing down the mine shaft, however it works. And this is us cashing in on the kindness of a cast member.
Me cashing in on the kindness of a cast member.
That's also true. Yep, they just took it. Yep. It's short, but it's fun. There we go, Michelle. Solved my mistake. Michelle loves Seven Dwarfs Mine Train so much that I felt terrible about messing that up this morning. So I'm glad that cast member was there to help us and ride that ride. That ride's just fun. It's not very long, so understand that it's not very long, but it's part dark ride, part roller coaster. You get a really good ride photo out of it, and there's like a little video that it creates for you too, and always a lot of fun. We're gonna, again, continue on just doing what we want today, which is what this day is about, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just like stepping in front of you.
The time has come to caffeinate. Sammy's stomping on my wife. Here we go. Nice job, Sammy.
Sorry.
Time has come to caffeinate the Michelle who's now got an injured foot. At Joffrey's Revive here in Tomorrowland. This is the Joffrey's location in Magic Kingdom. It's got a great selection of stuff. Michelle's not the hugest fan of Joffrey's, but she does like a couple of the things there. She just doesn't like the French roast, and that's usually what they make their cold brew with, and she prefers cold brew, but she has found a way to kind of get around that. And I like the tea here way better than Starbucks, so that's usually why I stop. But The line, they've actually kind of fixed the line, which is nice. They used to have the line go out into Tomorrowland past the palm trees there. They've now put in some chains and some stuff, and now it curves over here towards the stage where they have the meet and greets with Buzz. And you can see Buzz out there doing his thing, having fun with some kids. So, you be entertainment while you wait. Okay, I've had a monumentous occasion. This is Sarah Beth, and she's awesome. And she literally says, I recognize your voice. And my voice is very distinctive, I know that. And she said that she's watched my videos, and she is...
gives great reviews and really interesting park information. And he's got a really distinctive voice.
Thank you very much, Sarah Beth. Sarah Beth has the distinction of being the very first person to recognize me in the parks.
Yay!
I'm very flattered and kind of like, I don't know what to say. Thank you, Sarah Beth. So this is, I guess, my celebratory mango iced tea, because I'm celebrating being recognized. I should get a celebration button that says that. Anyway, this is the mango iced tea. I always get it with 2 pumps of mango, just because I find that it's a little too sweet for my taste if I get it with the way they normally do it, which is, I think, is 6. So I am gonna enjoy this. Sammy's got her mocha latte and her angry straw. Yeah, wow, look at that, that's weird. And then Michelle got the Irish cream cold brew. But we're gonna enjoy our caffeine and then get on Space Mountain. Time for our lightning lane on Space Mountain. One of my favorite rides in the park. This is another one where we're not allowed to film, so I'm going to put my camera away and we're gonna enjoy our lightning lane here. Again, we're having so much fun with our whatever we want to do, because we know what we're doing around here day. We have just experienced something on Space Mountain that doesn't happen very often. I'm pretty sure one of the brakes in the middle didn't catch our car.
Yeah, we were going super fast.
Yeah, Space Mountain isn't a fast coaster. It's like 35 miles an hour max.
Yeah.
And I've been on it many, 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 many times.
That was way faster.
There was a moment in there where we were going way faster than that. And then when one of the other brakes that slows you down before a hill hit, it's like, it grabbed.
Yeah, I lost
and I'm
my
like,
spleen.
and we were like, okay, something didn't catch us. And we were like, I was like, this is going way faster than I'm used to, and I've been on it enough to know the difference.
Yeah, it was that middle section.
Yeah, we were
before the zippy spiral.
Yeah, right before the corkscrew that goes wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going way fast.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
Probably mildly dangerous, but way awesome.
Yeah, we now have a lightning lane for under the sea, because Michelle loves Little Mermaid, so we're gonna go do that, right, Michelle?
Yep.
Little Mermaid time.
Sounds good.
All right, off we go. It is time for Michelle's favorite princess, Ariel, and her adventures under the sea with Bubbles.
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far.
Do you understand, Ariel? This is where you belong. You may think the water's always bluer in someone else's pool, but maybe it's that sea witch. Listen to me. Stay seated in your clamshell while I do the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. We should not be facing each other right now.
I think we're the ones in the wrong.
You are, because everyone else is facing that way. Well, hi.
Hi.
You broke the...
I bring good news. Your clamshells will begin moving immediately. Stay in your seat now. Yeah.
See, we're supposed to be going this way. That way.
Listen to me. Get your head up the clouds and back and then watch your
Enjoy your backwards ride. At least we know each other and this isn't awkward. Like, hi. Could you imagine if this was people who didn't know each other?
It's our little mermaid. Of course, she ain't a mermaid no more. She's a pretzel now. I mean, a princess.
We gotta leave. This way.
Have fun.
And there's no door. Okay. You've been backwards the entire time.
Yeah, it's a good thing the three of us know each other. Because we're, you know, that would have been kind of awkward.
Do we want to reride?
Do we have time? Or no?
Do we have time to reride?
Yeah, you guys have time. Go ahead, I'll get off. So someone else had this show to have a rewrite.
That's okay.
We thought it was fun.
It was entertaining, especially when we were going uphill this way.
I'm glad the cast members are laughing about this too. Enjoy your re-ride.
Yeah, we broke the first one. We'll try not to break this one now.
So I just had a first ever on a ride. Michelle's Omnimover shell, and with Sammy in it, it broke. It all of a sudden in the middle of the ride, they're facing me. And I'm like, I think you're supposed to be going that way. And then they spent the rest of the ride just facing the same direction. It was rather amusing. I was just laughing hysterically at it. And then the cast members, as you saw, were like, "You want to go again?" And they left him. They moved him into another clamshell and sent him on their way to do the ride for real. So they're gonna come off in a little bit. Oh my God, I was laughing so hard I was crying. Anyway, we have our special surprise coming up. We're gonna actually, I'm gonna give you a hint. We're gonna go down to the train station by Main Street. And when we do the train station by Main Street, that's when I'll tell you what it is. So, Lieutenant Colonel retired Mark Weger was surprised today because we are going to be the flag bearers for the flag ceremony, and you get to be the man of honor.
I'm ready.
Currently, all of us are doing what we like to call the hurry up and wait. Right now, all of us and Mark's family and friends are all here, and Sammy, who's my friend, so she's welcome to be here, are doing what we like to call the hurry up and wait as we wait for the ceremony to start, which starts at 5 o'clock, which is in about 5 to 10 minutes. So, one of the things that's coming that we weren't expecting, we were expecting the flag ceremony. One of the things that's coming we weren't expecting, hey, Sammy, we get to be in marching band again.
I know, we get to do marching band again.
Michelle, you too.
Roll your
Make sure you roll your feet.
Gotta roll your feet.
Yo, well, all of us get to march down the street with the Main Street Philharmonic. And those of you who watch my channel know how much I love them.
Oh, they're gonna take him to
Can't wait.
We are privileged to have with us today a very special Armed Forces Honored Representative. Please join us in welcoming today's Armed Forces Honored Representative, From the United States Air Force, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Weger, all the way from Winter Garden, Florida. How about a round of applause, folks?
Please. Magic Kingdom proudly honors Mark Weger as our honorary Armed Forces representative of the day, this 5th day of February 2023.
Detail dismissed.
We've now finished our ceremony of the flag. As you can see, it is no longer up. That was really awesome that I got to march down Main Street with the Main Street Philharmonic. That was just incredible is the best word I can use. This was really cool. This is the view from the train station, which I haven't been able to do in a very long time. We're about to ride the train all the way around the Magic Kingdom. All aboard! Here we are on the railroad. We're all taking a trip around with all of our flag ceremony friends. And off we go into the around the Magic Kingdom.
Are we going all the way around?
I don't know, are we?
The
We
kids
can.
want to stop at like Barnstorm or...
All right, so let's get off of them. It's Tomorrowland. I think we have to get off of that. Yeah. All right, we're going to Tomorrowland.
Keep your hands and arms.
What's your amusement park on Long Island?
The train. And as always,
What's your amusement park on Long Island? That bad?
It's not even a quarter of the size.
All the way back by the bonfire.
Fortunate that some of my closest friends call it home.
I get them down by the lake.
Truly special place.
We actually got to ride on the Walter E. Disney. My first time on the railroad in a long time. These steam engines are actual refurbished steam engines that did actual railroad work. So awesome to be on this train today, especially since it's the Walter E. Disney. After a nice train ride, Michelle and I and Sammy are all walking down to Pirates because we were able to get a lightning lane for that. We rode it first thing this morning. Sammy didn't get to ride it, so we're gonna do it again. Like I said, this is the things that we would do because we come here all the time. These are just kind of to understand, like, we kind of do haphazard days a lot when we come here. And the one thing I do like about Genie Plus is it lets us have those haphazard days a little bit better. And I do find value in that because of the Genie Plus. I do actually think the Genie Plus is value for people who don't come here very often as well. Do I really like the fact that it sometimes can be $29? No. The main thing is that we were able to do that, but we were also able to snag a very last minute, as in within an hour, reservation at Crystal Palace, which is a restaurant that we actually really like.
I've never eaten there.
It's a restaurant that we actually really like, and being able to snag one of those like that close is probably the byproduct of that 2-hour cancellation window that they started using. they started using a 2-hour cancellation window instead of a 24-hour cancellation window. So now there's some reservations you can make like same day and or at the same time.
I'm going to actually claim that because I'm here, that's why we got all the reservations.
Oh yeah, Sammy made it all happen.
It's 'cause of me.
That's the way it works.
The Castillo effect.
Anyway, we're heading to Pirates, and then we're gonna head to dinner. What do you do when you have friends who haven't been on Pirates in a while? You go on Pirates again, even if it has a 5-minute wait and you have a lightning lane for it. Just want to point out, down there you have 2 pirates playing chess, and they've died playing chess. The thing is though, if you look at the board, they actually are in a stalemate, and that is why they died playing chess. We've checked in for our reservation that we were able to snag for Crystal Palace. I can tell you this, we have a great review of the Crystal Palace buffet. I'll pop it in right here, and you can check it out. We reviewed it. The menu hasn't changed since we did that, so why don't you go ahead and check that out. We're gonna enjoy our dinner, and we'll be back with you when we're done. Well, the meal at Crystal Palace is over. I can tell you this, Michelle and Sammy both had wonderful character interactions. I'm not usually one to get up and hug the characters, but I do like interacting with them. I like talking to them and teasing them and talking about their story because it's always great to do that. I can say assuredly that it is still just as good as the last time I was there. And again, you should check out that review of Crystal Palace. But right now, we're gonna meet up with the entire crew from the flag ceremony again, and we're going to try to figure out what's going to happen with the rest of our night. I'm suggesting fireworks from the People Mover. You ever wanted to see what it looked like from the People Mover to see some fireworks? Here we go. That was Tinkerbell flying back in the distance. That is one of the best views in all of Disney World. Do you guys agree? Yeah. All right. That's been our, we go to Disney all the time. And so this is what we're gonna do today.
That's right.
And we had, I think, a perfect day. Would you agree? Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Did all kinds of things. A couple things twice.
Some things.
Pirates twice.
Pirates twice.
Pirates
HauntedMansion
twice.
twice.
HauntedMansion twice. Yeah, because that's what we do. We do the things that we want to do. You should be more of a regular. If you want to be more of a regular, watch my videos. You learn how to be one. See? And also, please hit that like button. You know, thumbs up is always great. And
it's over there.
It's over there somewhere.
I think it's over
You're there? Yeah, okay.
Or it's here.
And right here, there's gonna be a button that says subscribe. So please hit that too. Yeah, right there. And as we always say, we don't like to say goodbye because we're gonna see you real soon. So we say, see ya, bye.